This video I'm doing is just for education.
Yes, Black Americans are the blueprint of Black people, honey.
African Americans are better than Africans in any sense of the word. We walk better, we talk better, we dress better. We're more influential. We're one of the most influential groups on the planet, the most impactful groups on the planet. Everybody around here doing hip hop and R&B, you know, but I hardly know anything about Africa. Okay, I don't know many African celebrities besides the ones that come here and make it big. But yes, we do everything better. We're just the greatest.
The video I'm going to react about it today is one of those videos that I don't love reacting on it, but because I'm a Pan-African, I have to talk about it. It's about the video I'm going to react on it today is one of those videos that I don't love talking about it, but because I am a Pan-African and I need or I want the unity of Black people, I need to talk about it. This video is about Black Americans and Africans, or I may say African Americans and African people. The division that we have between us, or the war that we have, or the debates we always have between us are the ones that are dividing us even more and more. As a lot of Black Americans or African Americans want to come to Africa, as most of them want to relocate to Africa, but there are some of them who are creating some debate that are no longer healthy for our unity. The video I'm going to do today is one Black American saying that they are better than African in every aspect. Talent-wise, culture-wise, music-wise, everything, they are better than Africans. I agree. I subscribe to that idea so much, and I subscribe to that debate that African Americans are better than Africans in very many times. But it's not a good debate to start online. Why am I saying it's not a good debate to start online? It's because the people who are fighting us, I may say the enemies are watching, and this is our weakness, and they are getting these cracks and they are passing on those cracks and creating more and more valley cracks between us. I want you to watch this clip first and then we go talk about it.
African Americans are better than Africans in any sense of the word. We walk better, we talk better, we dress better. We're more influential. We're one of the most influential groups on the planet, the most impactful groups on the planet. Everybody around here doing hip hop and R&B, you know, but I hardly know anything about Africa. Okay, I don't know many African celebrities besides the ones that come here and make it big. But yes, we do everything better. We're just the greatest. Okay? You couldn't compare, all right? I don't know. Listen, what do you guys eat? What do you guys speak over there in the African countries? I want to know more. I want to learn, man. Because, you know, obviously I'm from there, but I'm not from my country, which is America. So let me know.
And he's so young. I interviewed him the other day for something else that I do. And first of all, I can't believe he's 20. Second of all, I could not believe like his stage presence was so good. And I feel at a time now, a lot of young people, they don't know how to perform live anymore because, like you said, everything's on socials and you just go on live and all your following are just happy to see you on live now because they don't want to go out anymore either. So to see someone so young with such good stage presence, I was blown away by him.
But he's African.
Yeah.
We a little different when it comes to stage presence. Now in America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep because they high as hell on stage.
Yeah.
But Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids are performers. Like so, for us, it comes natural. You know, like to watch the kids from Africa, it kind of just comes. It's in their blood. Like it's like it's second nature. Performance is like a second nature for it. So I wasn't really surprised at all to see, you know.
Yes, Black Americans are the blueprint of Black people, honey. Get it together.
I'm so tired of videos like that, and I'm also tired of the responses because I feel like they just drift us more far away than we already are. So dear African Americans, we are thankful for the music that you bring to the world. We are thankful for the dances, for the culture. Yes, you have your own culture. I know people try to take that away from you. You have your own culture, for the lingual, for things like that. It's a lot of joy. but you are not the blueprint for the rest of the world. All of us have our own culture, we have our own music, we have our own trends, we have our own dances, we have our own. But most of us just have more than one bubble to live in. So we still like to look at your bubble and enjoy it and might get inspired by it, but our inspiration comes from more than one bubble. And instead of always focusing on the differences, on the different outcomes and where we're based, there's one thing that we all have in common, and that's the story of pain. If we talk about, oh my God, and we talk about the genocide in Namibia, if we talk about the genocide in Congo, the extreme, insane level of racism in South Africa, the whitening of the whole South American continent, the history of slavery in so many parts of African countries, but also obviously in the US and South America, of the strategic, this word is so hard for me to pronounce, the strategic weakening of Afro-American families, there is so much pain to it. And I feel like we should use our time in understanding each other's pain. There's so many good documentaries about our countries, our histories on YouTube, and we don't take the time to actually understand each other's pain, because I feel like when we understand each other's pain better, and not saying like, oh yeah, but they suffered less, but yeah, da 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 da. Also, our brothers and sisters like in Africa saying like, oh yeah, but African Americans have it easy. We all have our own struggles, and we all come from our own struggles of pain, and I do feel like we should respect them and we should see them. But looking into each other's struggles to understand how strong our joy is, because there's one thing you could never take from Black people, and that's the joy they bring to the world. That's the joy, no matter how bad the story, no matter how bad the situations, you see them giving life to the world. So I'm so tired of people focusing on like who's better and who's not, because that's colonizer mindset. That is like what they used to kill your grandfather and to rape your grandmother, because they felt like they're better, and we adjusting to that bullshit. Instead of that, understanding that there's one thing that unifies all of us, and that's like the pureness of our joy and the pureness of our heart and the strength that we hold in each other. I'm so tired of that shit. And we finally in this beautiful time where we feel like, okay, we're winning. We're getting seen for the strength and the beauty that we hold. So let's don't focus on shit that divides us. There's no point in it. This is such a beautiful time. Let's get it together, and let's use this time fully in uplifting each other. Like, let's use our time to understand each other so we can build each other. That nonsense dividing shit is not serving none of us, and we should know that by now. We can do so much more beautiful things with our energy.
Yes, Black Americans are the blueprint of Black people, honey. Get it together.
And this is why when people say you look American, it could never be a compliment. Because this girl just said, Black Americans are the blueprint of Black people. How? When you literally get BBLs to look like African women, it doesn't make any sense. Number two, y'all didn't popularize Tyler, actually. She's very authentic. Every interview she goes to, her accent is potent. And people ask her, where's this girl from? South Africa. She popularized herself. You just mad that she's famous. Number three, Tyler's challenge water was popular in South Africa, and y'all decided to participate in a South African trend, and now you mad because it went viral? The same way you're trying to do that sana ni na dance with the shoulder, and you're not even doing it properly because it was a family thing, and you decided to participate. You're like doing this thing of taking African ideas, bedazzling them and putting a twist, and then wanting to name them American so that you can say you're the blueprint. You are not the blueprint. A lot of your ideas already exist in Africa. You'll just switch it up and call it culture. I think the word she was looking for is influential. So that means you influence people into wanting to do the same things as you. But blueprint means I came up with the idea, which is kind of crazy. An example of this is them wearing locks and putting a lot of beads on and waist beads and skirts and calling it the Earth Girl aesthetic. You just look like an upcycled, colorful sangoma, if we're being for real. Y'all are the one diaspora that tries so hard to separate yourselves from your own people. And I understand it's probably out of trauma. But if you don't want to associate yourself with African and Caribbean people, that's cool, since you think being American is such an achievement. At the end of the day, over there, they can still kill you for your skin color since you think that's a trophy. But here in the motherland, you're always welcome. So the hate is one-sided, not from our side.
Part 2 of why Africans don't think they're better than African Americans. But I do believe we are different. I am African, and this is why I can give you a different perspective. Growing up in America, and growing up in Africa is a totally different experience. I grew up in Africa majority of my life, and Africa is a black dominant continent. When I moved to the States, it was very different for me. I did not fit in the African American community because I did not have the background they have or the knowledge they have. And when different topics came up, I felt like I did not have enough to contribute to these conversations because I did not experience what African Americans did, and I had not been taught about this my entire life. I think this is equivalent to a white person speaking about the history of a black person like as if they've experienced it. I cannot say we're better than them, we just don't know.
It has come to my attention that some people are under the impression that the only thing Black America has contributed to the world is art and music? Well, let's stop that now. Here are a list of scientific and technological innovations created by Black America. It's a long list. Airplane propellant, biscuit cutter, folding chair, coin changer, rotary engine, car coupler, letterboxer, stainless steel pads, torpedo discharger, disposable syringe. Oh, all right. Home security system, keeping you bitches safe. Coin planner, ironing board, sweet sweeper, sweeping you hoes up. Horse bridle, horseshoe, lawnmower. Oh, okay. Typewriter, train alarm, image converter, automatic fishing reel, ice cream, your favorite dessert. Water quality algorithm? Would you even know if your water was clean? Okay. Molding print press, envelope seal, laser fuels, pressure cooker for you pressed assholes. Okay. Window cleaner, pencil sharpener, fire extinguisher. Let them hating hoes burn in hell. The lock. Shoe lasting machine, lubricants, rocket catapult, elevator. And the next time that you need to make it to the 12th floor, take the stairs. Okay, gas mask, traffic signal, hairbrush, super absorbent polymers, which include diapers, pads, surgical sponges, pet litter, gel, ice packs. Oh, okay. Heated furnace. You bitches would quite literally be freezing. The blimp, the folding chair, handstand, fountain pens. Oh, okay. Dustpan. Sweeping you hating hoes up. Insect destroyer, baby buggy, sugar refinement. Okay. Clothes dryer, cell phone, pressing comb, curtain rods, lawn sprinkler to pair with our lawnmowers. Oh, okay. So, urinalysis machine, right? Urinalysis machine, horse riding saddle, shoe, player piano, arm for the record player, doorstop, doorknob. Quite literally. Opening doors for you hoes. Photo print wash, photo embellishing machine, postal letterbox, toilet commode, furniture caster, the modern guitar, thank you Robert Fleming, golf tee, motor, thermal hair curlers, lantern, gas burner, kitchen table, which you're not allowed to sit at anymore, bicycle frame, the wrench, the eye protector, the egg beater, the defroster, air conditioning. We should let y'all feel the heat because I know you're feeling it now. The two-cycle gas engine, the internal combustion engine, the starter generator, and the refrigerator controls, all created by Frederick M. Jones. Thank you. Clothes dresser, bottle caps, electric cutoff switch, relay instrument, the telephone system. We would not be in communication with you, whores. Granville T. Woods. Thank you. Electromechanical brakes, electro rail system. Also, Granville T. Woods. Roller coaster. Let me not catch you at Six Flags. Auto air brake, helicopter, standing foam, super soaker, blood plasma. Wow. Pacemaker controls. Programmable remote control. Would you even be able to watch your Netflix? The video commander. Multi-stage rocket adapters, potato chips, and GPS. Shout out Gladys West, because she is still alive today, born in 1930 something, and she's 94 years old. So before you open your mouth to say that African Americans have only contributed to music, art, and culture, please think again, baby. So yes, my people have contributed to arts, music, fashion, as well as science and technology. And rest assured, we will contribute more.
Welcome back. The video I'm doing is for education purposes alone. Now, the division between black Americans and Africans sometimes sometimes it bring tension on me, because as far as we are fighting for unity, we are fighting for unity. Some Africans and some black Americans, they are still creating this division between us. For example, this clip we have just watched where black America is saying they are better than Africans, and I have another clip where Ekon who is saying that Africans are better than black Americans. Is a good debate. Okay, but the way you present the debate may be not good, and the way some outsiders see us fighting over this, the way some outsiders see us fighting over these small issues, they are happy. They are happy because this is what they want. They want this fight to continue. They want this division to continue so that their agenda can be fulfilled without any barrier. Because when we are united, we create barrier. Truth to be told, the unity of black people, the strength of black people, the unity of black people shakes the enemy. The unity of Africa at large, African countries coming together, is a threat to the West. The unity of a country is a threat to a corrupt leader. The unity of black people around the world is a threat to the supremacy or colonizer, to the system that is detecting us. Because if we are united, that means that we will realize mistakes. We cannot go inside the fire because one will say this is fire and we will all agree this is fire. When we see some potholes, we will agree together this is potholes. When we see opportunity, we will call each other. Yeah, call this black American, call this Jamaican. There is an opportunity here, and all of us will pass through. So, unity of black people is a threat. I know we are going there. Very soon we are going to be united as black people. Very soon it's going to happen. And we are starting. You see, like African countries, they're starting to unite. Some African countries are like, we are not here to be used by the Westerners. You see what happened, Namibian president, First Lady President, Ibrahim Traore, Tichiani, Goita, this president of these Western countries, the president from Ghana, all of them, they are looking forward for unity. And it's only by this unity that we will stop exploitation in Africa. It's only by this unity that we will stop this interference of foreign countries or Western countries in Africa. And that applies to black people at large too. The unity of black Americans and Africans, or the unity of African Americans and Africans, the unity of African Americans and Africans will be a shocker to the world, because the world is not expecting us to unite, because they really know very well when we unite, and African Americans decide we want to relocate, we want to invest in Africa, we want to do our business too in Africa. It's a shocker, because I agree. As I said, I subscribe to this story. Africans, Americans are better than Africans in some aspects. Like when we talk about talents, you may find music, they're the one trending in hip hop and everything. And again, I never said, or I don't say that Africans are not better. But the story of African Americans is too deep. If you don't understand the history of African Americans, you will not understand what we say when we say they are better. Because despite of having a lot of challenges, the slavery, all of us went through colonization, slavery and everything. But the slavery, the torture, the hard work, everything, discrimination, racism they are going through in America, they have found a way to be better in what they are doing. We have better NBS, better footballers, musicians. Despite of all this discrimination and racism, despite of all the shenanigans that are happening, the inequalities, they're not getting better education because inequality. They are not subscribing to better health. Despite of all that, they are still winning. So I agree with the idea that African Americans are better or black Americans are better. But we do not need to show the media, or we do not need to show the enemy, or we do not need to show our neighbors that we have internal wrangles. We do not show our neighbors that we have internal fight. It will cause harm to both of us. Now, Africans do not agree. Not all of them understand the pain that black Americans have gone through. Very rude. Black or Africans, not all of us understand the hardship that black Americans have gone through. That's why when black Americans, some of them, or when Africans, some of them are going to these countries, they are being used to intimidate black Americans. And that's where this fight started, because Africans are aligning themselves with the whites. And that's where all of this started. Because I cannot be your uncle, I cannot be your cousin, your brother, your sister. But when I see a neighbor, I support the neighbor instead of supporting you. I get that's where all these fights came on. But we are praying for unity. You know, we want the unity of black Americans, unity of Africans, Jamaicans, etc., etc. This unity will build something. It will help us to have liberation. This unity will help us to have economic liberation, political liberation, you know, and everything will be okay. When there's a lady who said that Africans want black Americans so bad to come to Africa simply because black Americans are the best and they want them to help them.
The reason why y'all want us over there is because you want what we have. You can see how powerful and great we are because you see and you watch us over there, idolizing us, worrying about what we're doing and how we're getting it done. And now you want us to come over there. But where were you while we struggled?
It's okay. And I agree with that. We want black Americans to come to Africa so bad because there's some things black Americans know that Africans still, we don't know. And we are not saying that we are behind, but black Americans have subscribed to some life ahead that Africans are going there slowly. Black Americans, they know their rights. They can fight for their rights. Africans, when you fight for your right, they fight you. Now you keep quiet. So, but black Americans being black in a white country, minority, but they fight for something and they win the battle, needs an accolade. They need an accolade. They are better in this. I agree they are better, but we do not need to fight openly. It is causing division. And when another African sees this message that we are better than you, he goes online, create another video with a lot of feeling and feelings and more videos are being created, and it's going viral and it's going to the wrong hands, the hands that they are happy that we are fighting. It's just, we need to understand. It's not bad to compare. We compare children, we compare brothers and sisters. Yeah, it's good to compare. But at this stage, where we are, in this road we are going, it is so slippery. We cannot afford to create this online war anymore. We cannot afford to lose black Americans, and we already, both of them, or black Americans, Jamaicans, Caribbeans, they started to come to Africa. At this rate, the road is so slippery. Black Americans, we cannot afford to lose our African brothers because already we have become friends. I have black American friends and black Americans have African friends. And when you start this war of comparing, it's a good war. Maybe it may be healthy, but where is it going? Who is watching? Who wants this war? They will create a viral of this and it will go more. And everyone who is watching will have his or her own opinion, maybe in a bad way. It's not all of Africans will take it in a good way, or not all of black Americans take it in a good way when African speaks. You will think they are comparing ourselves with them, it's too bad, and you create another video, you are angry, and another one is angry, and it goes viral and create division between us, and that's not what we want. As a Pan-African, I'm calling out for peace, unity. Now, I do this video, some of the people are saying that you don't love us. I saw a comment of my subscriber saying that you Kenyans don't love us. You stoned one of us, Pastor Netanyahu something, the preacher. You stoned one of our preacher. And I was like, okay, it's not everyone in Africa right now have subscribed to the idea of Jesus is black. And us who have subscribed to that idea, we have read and we have understood and we are still learning the history. So it's not all of us have learned the history. So those who stoned pastor because of the saying Jesus is black, they don't understand, and we have to give them time. And time to time, they will come to realize that the history of black people, or the history of the Bible, is the history of black people. They will come to understand that this Bible is carrying the history of black people. They will understand that Jesus is black. So we need to give them time. It's not that when you see this one ad, not all of us Kenyans don't love you. Not all of us Africans don't love you. But it's where we are selling the agenda and how we are selling it. Personally, I came to learn about black Jesus myself through social media, through reading, through research. I learned that. And listening to sermons and speeches of professors, doctors, scholars. So I'm learning, or I'm teaching myself. Right now, no one is like, oh, Jesus is white. In Africa, still 90% of people have subscribed that to a white Jesus. But we understand that. So the video of today is about unity. Let's stop these wrangles we have between us, although it may be healthy. And I accept black African Americans are better, or black people or Africans are better, or Africans Americans are the blueprint. But this war is causing a lot of cracks between us, and the gap we are continuing to feel, it's like we are expanding it more too. So tell me what you think on the comment section. Do we need to go on this debate? For me, I say no. Tell me what you think. Until next episode, peace out.